Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody, and welcome back. Are you trying to figure out just what we're getting ready to make? We're getting ready to make my oyster chicken, and I'm going to make some fried rice with it. This little seasoning pack is fabulous, okay? So here's what we're going to use. We're going to use some oyster sauce. We're going to use some cornstarch, granulated onion, garlic salt, Mrs. Dash. We're going to need some chicken broth, a little bit of water. We're going to use some ginger, some eggs. We're going to use some peas and carrots. And, of course, this little beautiful little seasoning package that saves you a little bit of time. So here is our shot of everything that we're going to use. And also, I've already got my rice made. So here we go. We're getting ready to get started. I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see here, I'm only going to use half of the chicken. Here's the other half. I'm going to do something different with that, okay? So we're going to go ahead and season this up. Granulated onion. Remember, it may look like a lot on top, but it's really not. We're going in with some of that garlic salt. Because remember, we're going to mix this all up, okay? I'm going to use some Mrs. Dash. I'm going to use some of that ginger. Ooh. And we're going to put in some soy sauce. Something I didn't show you. We're going to use some soy sauce. Then we're going to mix this all up. And while this is, while we're doing this, this would be a good time to go ahead and turn that skillet on. My skillet is on. I haven't put any oil in it yet, but I do have my skillet on, okay? And then we're going to put this in the skillet, and then we're going to cook her up, okay? And you do want to cut this into little cubey pieces. Get as much as fat off of it as you can. Okay? Get as much fat off of it as you can. Okay? You may not be able to get it all, and that's fine. Because it's going to cook off anyway. It'll be in the skillet, alright? Alright, my skillet has been heating. I'm going to go in with some canola oil. You just need enough to just coat the bottom of your pan, okay? And then you want to try to put the chicken in single layers best you can, okay? Just put it in single layers best you can. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this in single layers. I won't make you watch. I'll be right back. All right, that's how you want to layer it in the pan. As you can see, all of the oyster chicken to be oyster chicken, not oyster chicken yet, oyster chicken to be. And there we go. And while that's doing its thing, we're going to go right on over to this pan and we're going to do this rice. Hold on. Okay, so what I'm getting ready to do, it's been cooking for exactly 7 minutes. I'm going to turn it and we're going to cook it for another 7 minutes. And then we're going to go to the next step. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to go in with some soy sauce first. That way, you know, it'll really adhere, the seasoning is a little bit better. You can add as little or as less as you want on this, okay? So I'm just going to kind of combine this, and this is on a medium-low heat, okay? I don't have this up high. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and go in with that seasoning packet. I'm going to go in with a little bit more ginger. You don't have to do this part. The seasoning pack is enough. But I like a little bit more ginger in mine and a little bit more onion, the granulated onion. Again, you do not have to add this part. It does not need it. It does not. So then I'm going to combine all of that together. Get all of that in there. Look at that. You can see the color changing. That's that seasoning packet. It's got everything you need for your fried rice. You do not have to add the extra ginger and the stuff that I did. You do not, okay? If you just put in that seasoning packet, that's all you need. That is it. And I try to combine this as much as I can because I don't want any of my white rice to show through. I want all of that white covered. And if you want to add a little bit more soy sauce, feel free. All right? You want to cover that up as much as you can. I think I am going to add a little bit more soy. Just a little bit. All right. And then we're going to let this cook for a couple of minutes. All right. But we're also going to add something else in here while we let all these flavors marry and get to know one another. We're going to go ahead and go in with those peas. They're frozen and they're going to cook because this isn't done. And like I said, we're going to do this on a medium heat, a medium-low heat. And if you don't like peas and carrots, if you don't want to use the whole bag, don't. Okay? This is another one of those times where you have to do what's best for you and yours. Okay? But we're definitely going to let this cook for a couple of minutes. And I'm also going to go ahead and add in my egg. Here's my egg, if you can see that. I just scrambled up my egg, and in my egg I put a little bit of granulated onion, black pepper, and as well as a little bit of ginger. And I do mean just a little bit. So we're just going to let this go, and look at that. See your fried rice? It's already done. Look at that. See? We just need to let it all heat through, marry, get to know one another, let the flavors become one. Okay? So I'm going to let this go for 2 minutes, and then I'll be back. Okay, we're going to make our slurry. I'm going to go in with a couple of spoonfuls of this cornstarch. And then we're going to add a little water to it. And then just simply mix it up. And that's all we're going to do with that. Okay, and now we're going to move back over there. I've already taken the chicken out of the grease, drained the grease out, and now I am getting ready to put the chicken back in. I'll take you through all those steps with me, and I'm going to show you how we're going to finish up this yummy oyster chicken. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. I'm going to go back in with that chicken that I took out. And notice I left a little bit of the grease and the drippings in there. That is just fine. That ain't nothing but flavor. Okay, I'm going to turn that heat down a little bit. See how good that chicken looks? Delicious. So now we're going to go in with that oyster sauce. And I will go ahead and put a little water in here and get the rest of that out. So we want to go in with this. Let me get a knife because it's taking its time. Hold on. Okay, you see I've got that in there. I went on ahead and did my little, put a little bit of, instead of using water, since I'm using chicken stock, that's what I used inside of that container, the jars. And see, and it's quite a bit. But we're going to also thin out that oyster sauce. Just a little bit, and that's the reason why we're going to use the chicken broth. You can use water if you don't have. If you don't want to use chicken broth, you can use vegetable broth. You can even use a little beef. Beef may be a little too strong, so I don't suggest that one, but if that's what you've got, dilute it a little bit and work it out. Okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and pour that slurry in here. This is our thickening agent because I want this sauce to thicken up a little bit more because I'm going to dilute it with the beef broth. And this is so yummy. And then we're going to let this go on a medium-low heat. We're going to let it simmer for 5 minutes. Look at that. Doesn't it look good already? So now I'm going to go in with that beef broth. And I'm going to say I'm going to put in probably about half a cup. All right? Mix that all in there. Because you want a little extra sauce to go with your rice. Alright, and then because we've used a little slurry, it's going to thicken on up for us. So we're going to give it about 5 minutes and we're going to continue to stir it as it's heating through, okay? So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, here you go. See how thick that sauce is? Now I'm getting ready to make a plate. I'll be right back. There is our fried rice. See the eggs, the peas, the carrots. And then there's our oyster chicken. All I did was top it with a little green onion. Things made easy with Gigi. All day, every day. Doesn't that look absolutely delicious? Please like, subscribe. Feel free to share as many of my videos as you like. Don't forget I got a playlist, you guys. Feel free to go in there and play that baby, okay? Because she is trying to get monetized. She's still not there yet. But she's working on it. And I could definitely use you guys' help. If you could please help me out. Okay? Thanks again for watching and checking me out, and thanks just for stopping by. Everybody be blessed. Stay safe. And remember, Gigi will see you guys when? Next time. Look at that plate. Absolutely delicious. Bye-bye, you guys.